you hadn't played a whole lot of minutes before going into Columbus. How do you kind of keep mentally fresh for that and for that role?
You know, the coaches, they always just say be ready because you never know when your number's going to be called. And, you know, the non-starters, we always do this thing called all-star games, where the guys who don't start, we always do individual workouts and, you know, we scrimmage versus each other just to make sure we stay in shape. Because, like I said, you never know when you're going to be needed out there.
Do you have to have a different sort of mindset coming off the bench and kind of providing that spark? Do you think about it differently, maybe?
I don't necessarily think about it differently. I just try to come in, you know, with a lot of energy, play hard, and it's kind of easy because you get to sit there and watch the game, see what, you know, we're doing right or wrong, and kind of just go from there.
Go ahead, Chris.
Does Trey make you a better player?
Oh yeah, no, without a doubt. Just watching what he does in practice, practicing against him. You know, he has all kinds of tricks and stuff he's been trying to show me. So.
Not a lot of opportunities with you guys on the court at the same time, but we saw that in the Ohio State game. How much of a difference is it for the look of the team and the way that the offense flows to have you both on the court at the same time?
You know, obviously we're a little bit shorter, but I think, you know, having him on there both time or out there at both same time, we both see the court pretty well. I mean, you know, he can play off the ball a little bit, you know, because they're kind of all over him in that Ohio State game, so I can maybe help set him up a little bit.
No more.
You talked about being able to survey things a little bit when you're coming off the bench and maybe that being a little bit of an advantage. And was that particularly important the other day when you're in sort of a hostile environment for the first time and everyone's going nuts?
Yeah, I think so, because I mean, you know, if you notice in the first half we kind of came out a little bit flat, and like we weren't really executing the way we could. So just seeing that, coaches told me get in there, run offense, and that's just what I try to do, you know.
As a non-starter, is it easier for you to see maybe the lack of consistency that comes, you know, whether it's a first half or second half? I mean, do you get to see things that maybe starters don't because you have more of a chance to watch it and see it develop?
Yeah, I think so, absolutely. And I think that's why we watch film, you know, because we learn so much from it. So I'm kind of having my own personal film session of the game going on, and I get to see what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong. So I think that helps.
Can you describe?
John Moore. What have you noticed is the biggest differences between non-conference and conference play so far?
You know, just the intensity of the game. You know, really ratchet up quite a bit, and playing on the road. Like I was watching, you know, the other games when I was watching Indiana versus Minnesota, and I mean, all the road games when teams go on the road, you see how, I mean, the home teams are jumping out to big leads and they're coming out, you know, amped up. So I knew that was going to be a big adjustment, something we hadn't really dealt with before.
When you went through it, was there a moment at the beginning of the game that kind of struck you, either with the crowd or the noise or the intensity of Ohio State or something?
I mean, I expected it to be loud, and it was, you know, everything was advertised. It was really loud there, but I mean, we just have to focus on what we need to do and not worry about that.
Anything else?
Through your film and things, what are your initial thoughts on Minnesota and what they bring to the table?
They're freakishly athletic, so we're gonna have to keep them off the glass. Just make sure we take care of the ball, and hopefully we can make some shots.